Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Meedu Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from IIM Indore, and friends, as you know, in your channel Meedu Study we are discussing various management subjects in a very simple manner. This is our human resource management module in which we are discussing various topics of HRM. Already we have done two videos. You can refer our first video, number 1, introduction to HRM, to know what human resource management is all about, and our video number 2 to know about human resource planning. So we have already started an important topic in HRM, which is HRP, human resource planning, also known as manpower planning. In previous video we discussed what human resource planning is all about, why it is important, and various components, means demand and supply. And work of HRP or work of HR team is basically to maintain an equilibrium. Demand should be equal to supply. In this lecture and in next lecture we will cover these two aspects separately. Today let us understand what is the techniques of HR demand forecasting, and in next we will talk about supply forecasting. Let us begin our today's video. So friends, there are two basic techniques of HR demand forecasting. Two categories I would say. One is your qualitative method, second is your quantitative method. Now these are common words which we have been using from time again and again in our life. When we say quantitative, quant means number, something related to numerical, something related to number comparison. And when we say qualitative, these are non-quantitative methods in which we are not talking about numbers but some other qualitative way of doing things. So for HR demand forecasting also we have two sort of method, qualitative and quantitative. Let us discuss each of them in detail and their types. Friends, when we talk about qualitative, there are three techniques: expert forecast, management forecast, and Delphi technique. Now what are these? And within them also, expert and Delphi, these are external methods, and management forecast is your internal method. Let us start discussion. First is your expert forecast. See, from the name it is clear that in this we are asking some expert to give us forecast. So sometime HR personnel seeks input from professional HR expert regarding future staffing requirement of organization. So here what HR team is doing, they are approaching some experts and telling them, please let us know what should be our staffing requirement. And those experts who have been working time and again in various organizations in doing this kind of forecast, they will help us, they will help that organization in doing all this calculation. This is the first method, expert forecast, and is an external method. Now comes the second method, which is a management forecast. It is an internal HR demand forecasting method. Here what we are doing, we are not approaching any outsider, we are going to the management people of our own organization, various HODs, because who will better know the requirement? HOD who is doing things, who is handling the entire team. So we will go to the sales HOD to know sales requirement, production HOD for production requirement, supply chain HOD for same, financial or finance HOD, CFO for finance requirement, similarly to all these departments. And then to top management to give them the entire overview, and basis their approval we will go ahead. So we are not consulting any external person at all. Forecast is being done using the management people. This is the second technique. Talking of the third technique, Delphi technique. Friend, what is Delphi method? It is a common term which you will come through when you study even economics and stats. Let me tell you what is Delphi technique. In Delphi technique, instead of using only one person and his advice, a panel is formed, a group of experts are formed. So when you will form a group, see, if the requirement is simple, day to day, in that maybe only we will depend upon one HOD or maybe upon one expert. But if it is a very critical requirement, suppose some person at a very senior level, maybe VP level, is to be recruited, and you want to discuss it with experts, so you will not just depend on one expert and his advice. Maybe you will form a panel of maybe say 5 experts. Then what will happen, those experts will sit together, and then you will see, you will prepare a summary and report will prepare. First it might happen that all of them have different suggestions. Someone is suggesting some candidates, someone is suggesting some candidates, some requirements, something like that. Now after that what we will do, after that you will ask them to sit together, and till that time all of them agree on one particular report, this technique will continue. So if you started with suppose 5 members and they were giving you some forecast, so for some particular requirement there was variation, at the end when this task and you will have just one particular suggestion which will have consensus of all those experts, that is known as your Delphi technique. This was again external, since you were using external people. So these were, friends, three qualitative methods. What were they? Expert forecast, management forecast, and Delphi technique. Now let us talk about the quantitative method. Quantitative means which includes number. Here again we have three methods: trend analysis, ratio trend analysis, and work study method. Now let us start each one by one. First of all, trend analysis method. What is trend analysis? In this method, it is assumed that past trend of employee movement are steady and suggest future trends. So what we are referring to, past trend of employee movement. Now friends, what will be employee movement? So employee movement means how many people are moving. That can be because of different reasons. So 15% people may be moving because they got better job. 5% people are retiring every time. This, say, X% people are relocating. So this is something which you will get to know when you study some trends. Maybe 3 years trend, 5-year trends, and then that particular knowledge you apply on the future as well. This is known as trend analysis method, means using your past trends for future trend. Now let's come to the second method, which is ratio trend analysis method. What we do in ratio trend analysis method? It is a method used to forecast HR demand based on the ratio of production level and availability of worker. What do we mean by that? So in this method, what we do is we consider that what is the production level and how much workers are available. Basis that desired level, we will consider how many employees are required. Consider this as an example. Suppose there are, say, 1000 unit of work is being done by, presently is being done by, say, 10 people, means one person is doing 100 unit of work. Now tomorrow requirement comes that your company needs to make, instead of 1000, 1500 units. So each person was making 100 unit. So in this case, how much more we will require? 5 more manpower. So what we are doing, we are considering the ratio. What is the production level and what is the availability of worker, that we are using. This was second method. Third method, work study method. In this, what we are doing, we are also, it is also known as workload analysis. So on per person, workload is being calculated. It is used to estimate total production and predict activities for certain period in future. It is used when estimated workload is easily measurable. So in this, what we do, if we can convert the total work in terms of man hours. So one person, and suppose a shift is of 8 hours. So per person it will be 8 man hours. So if you can convert the entire work, if it is like, suppose 80 man hours work is there. So how many employees are required? 80 divided by that particular number. One person is doing 8 in a day, so you require just 10. So if the work increases to, say, 160, then again you will require in the same ratio. So basically, when we can categorize the work in terms of workload, then we use the work study method or workload analysis method. And this was the third quantitative techniques. So friends, we have discussed 6 techniques: 3 qualitative, 3 quantitative. 3 qualitative techniques were your expert forecast, your management forecast, and your Delphi techniques. And then there were 3 quantitative: trend analysis, ratio trend analysis, and workload analysis or work study method. Now there are some factors which can affect your HR demand forecasting. So all the calculation, the method which we are using will turn out to be futile. Why? Because of some environment changes which can happen. And this also can be classified into 2: external business environment and internal business environment. Now what is external business environment? External business environment means some external factor is affecting. You made all the calculation, you decided that 20 new people will be hired, that was your forecast. Suddenly some economic change comes, COVID-19 comes, entire requirement will change, so it will be affected. This is example of economic change in economy. Some political changes can happen, some new government comes, make some new policy changes, some new legislation comes, legal. It can come that maybe some legislation comes that all companies are required maybe 33% for women employees. In that case, your forecasting will change, your hiring will change. Some social changes, the company where it is existing, there can be some societal norms, you need to follow them, so social methods. And last, some technical changes can happen, technology keep on evolving, so along with technology you need to change the company requirement as well. These were the 5 external business environment. Now what can happen in internal business environment? It comprises the internal strength and weakness of organization. Changes in the internal business environment of organization largely influence HR demand forecasting. So any change in the internal part of the company. So suppose there is change in the top management, there is change in some structuring, some restructuring happening, anything internally happening which affects your forecasting is known as internal business environment. This was the second factor which affects. So external as well as internal factors can affect your forecasting. Friends, this was all about your HR demand forecasting. Now we have forecasted the demand, we have understood how different techniques we can use to measure the demand. Now we need to make equilibrium, so we need to make a supply equal to that demand. In our next video, my dear friends, video number 4, we will talk about techniques of HR supply forecasting. I hope you are liking the content, friends. In case there is any feedback, please write to us. We will be very happy. We will try and include. Write to us on our mail ID meedu.study@gmail.com. If you are liking our content, friends, please share it with your friends, like our video, subscribe our channel Meedu Study, and keep giving us the feedback which will help us improve our content. Okay friends, take care, have a good day, thank you.